Okay, I'm doing this unscripted, unedited. I don't even know if I don't think I can. I can't even like flip my camera around to show what I'm doing. But basically, I have been working on the video, and three problems came up. So, as I said before, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get it done in March. I'm gonna get it done in March." Problem. The Chainsaw Man video, my original thought process behind it was like, oh, I'll talk about episode 8 because episode 8 is like insane. It's an insane episode. I won't spoil it, but it's insane. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll talk about that. And then as time went on, I was like, oh, I'll just talk about episode 7 too because episode 7 is before episode 8. I was like, oh, we'll talk about episode 6. You know what I'm saying? Episode 6 before episode 7. Blah 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 blah. And then it got to a point to where I was just talking about every single video, or not video. God, what do they call it? It's so late. It's like 11:49. I'm a boomer. But every episode. So as you guys can tell right here, what does that say? 7 out of 39. This is a 39-page script. For reference, put my camera down here. I think the second longest video I made, this one's definitely going to be longer, is the Pokemon video. And the Pokemon video, for reference, is 24 pages. So the second problem that came into play was, if you guys watched the spring cleaning video, you guys know that I was kind of anxious about finding a job and also just life in general, anxious about life. So what I've been doing is I asked for some advice from my friends who are really great, really good people. And they were like, one, well, you should try to better yourself and try to build up like your portfolio in the meantime. And also you should keep applying. So that's what I did. And after I finished the 39-page script, and you can look at this from a positive and from a negative. In a positive way, this means that like, oh, I'm staying busy. This is good. Like, this is gonna like better my chances to get a job. But on the trade-off is like, I set a goal for March 31st, and I finished like the 39 pages, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be working a lot, but like, we'll figure it out. I'll make the crunch deadline. But here was the problem. I think I had about like a week and a half left, and I had it all planned out. I was like, okay, I'll work 6 hours this day, I'll work 4 hours this day, 4 hours that day, blah, 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 blah. It'll work out. The problem was, I got an opportunity from one of my professors to go work for them and actually do something to build for my portfolio. So that was good. But now I had my YouTube video that was incredibly long. I had what do you call it? I had my schoolwork, which is insane. And here was the other thing. I got an interview for a job. And I've gotten interviews before, but this was like the first place that I got an interview that was like without a referral. So this was like big for me, because that mean like the resume that I had that was like kind of bad. It wasn't like terrible. Like there's still like stuff on there, but like not formatted correctly got me an interview. So I had to go to the interview and worry about that, worry about my schoolwork, worry about the thing that I was going to do for my portfolio. And yeah, it was a lot. So I had to come up with a plan, because I had another conversation with one of my other friends, and he's like, bro, what are you going to do? Like, there's no way you're going to do all of this and get the video done on time. So I kind of had to think about my logic here, because I kind of think binary, like ones and zeros. Either it is or it isn't. There's no like middle ground. So I said I was going to deliver a Chainsaw Man video. So I am going to deliver a Chainsaw Man video. What you guys are going to get right now is like a preview of the first episode, kind of summary of Chainsaw Man. I guess like the way, I've never done a video like this before, but basically, if you ever used to watch like the old CSGO videos where they just like kind of talk over CSGO footage, that's kind of what I'm doing, but it's a little bit different too. You'll kind of see what I mean. But that's kind of the plan. For updates, is the Demon Slayer video going to be like delayed? Is it going to take a long time? No, because I know the Demon Slayer video is going to be like less than 10 minutes. This video is probably going to end up being like, what did I say, like 39 pages? It's probably going to be around like 40 to 45 minutes. The Demon Slayer video is going to be probably 5 minutes, but like at max, it'll be 10 minutes, so I know that. But you guys are going to get the Chainsaw Man video preview now. And as far as when the actual video will get posted, to be honest, I don't really know. All I know is I promised a sort of Chainsaw Man video, and that's what you guys are getting. And hopefully I can complete it in the near future. I know tomorrow, I worked on it obviously like a bit today, but tomorrow and for a majority of this week, I'm going to be able to work on it because I finished the interview. I thought it went well. And then I also finished the thing that I could add to my portfolio. So both of those things are done. So now all I need to worry about is schoolwork and just making videos, which for me, that's like pretty easy to balance. So without further ado, here's the video. My friends are something special. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my friends very dearly, but sometimes they just do things that make me say, why? For what purpose did you do what you just did? And a perfect example of this was when my friend, let's just call him Jack, recommended that I should watch Chainsaw Man. Before I say anything else, spoilers for season 1 of Chainsaw Man. You have been warned. Yo, Jack, can I get that chicken pesto sandwich off you from the dining hall? Yeah, sure. Alright, cool. By the way, have you watched Chainsaw Man yet? Nah, that show's kinda trash, no? Dude, it's fire. You just have to give it a chance. Jack, just because everyone is watching it doesn't make it good. Everyone is watching it because it is that good, bro. I wouldn't lead you astray. Hey, you made me watch Violet Evergarden. That was not it, Chief. But I also recommended that you watch Moggy, and we both know how much you like that show. That's true. Just give it a chance, man. I think you'll really like it. Bro, I got you. And one more thing. Text me when you watch episode 8. That's when it gets spicy. And so, with the instructions bestowed upon me by Jack, I began to watch Chainsaw Man. So, Chainsaw Man episode 1 didn't hit too hard for me because the setup for the show is like every anime in the 2020s. We find out our main character Denji was dealt a bad hand in life, and his parents died leaving him with an enormous amount of debt to the Yakuza, which is basically the Japanese mafia. And this got me thinking, what was the last anime I watched where the main character's parents were alive for the entire show? I think the last show I watched where both the parents were alive was Mob Psycho. But that's still crazy to me because I watched that show a while ago. The next character we get introduced to is the Chainsaw Devil Pochita. And to be honest, I don't really mess with Pochita. I'll explain later on in the video why I actually don't mess with him, but for now, just know I don't like him. For those of you who have been following me for a little bit, y'all know I love Puck from ReZero. Pochita is like Walmart Puck to me, bro. He is not that guy. The way that Denji knows Pochita is because Denji saved his life by giving him his blood. In return, he asked Pochita to allow him to use his chainsaw to kill devils. He then gives the dead bodies of the devils to the Yakuza to help pay off his debt. One night, Denji is talking to Pochita in his room and he's like, Pochita, one day when I'm stress-free, I just want a girlfriend and I want to play video games with her. And then he says, you know what else I heard, Pochita? I heard university students put pesto on their chicken sandwiches. Pochita, I really want to try a chicken pesto sandwich one day. You see, even Denji's hip to the power of a chicken pesto sandwich. Do me a favor. Go out and find yourself a place that makes chicken pesto sandwiches and come back to me. Who knows? It might just change your life. Later on, the Yakuza boss pulls up to Denji's crib and says he's got a job for him. He leads him to an abandoned warehouse and Denji's like, yo, where the devil at? The boss replies saying, kid, you smell like rotten eggs. And one of his lackeys puts a sword through Denji and Pochita. Then we find out another devil, the zombie devil, formed a pact with the Yakuza because they were full of greed and wanted more power. The zombie devil then orders its minions to slice up Denji and Pochita and throw them into a garbage can. While they're in the garbage can, a little bit of Denji's blood trickles into Pochita's mouth and he heals up. From there, Pochita decides to fuse with Denji to revert all the damage done to his body and give him a second chance at life. Denji has a dream about Pochita. Pochita says, I gave you my heart, so I want you to show me your dreams, Denji. That's all I ask. Dreams are a very important theme in Chainsaw Man. Just keep that in the back of your mind for now. Denji wakes up from the dream and doesn't see Pochita. Then he looks down and he sees Pochita's tail sticking out of his chest. He pulls it and turns into the Chainsaw Man. This man, Denji, proceeds to ether everybody in that warehouse. The zombie devil, her Yakuza zombies, everybody was catching a fade that night. The next morning comes through and we see a car pull up to the warehouse where we meet the next character, Makima. She originally came to the scene to kill the zombie devil herself, but then she sees Denji in his Chainsaw Man form and figures out he beat her to it. Makima comes up to Denji and she says his smell is weird, like he doesn't smell like a human nor a devil. Denji requests to be hugged by her and she obliges. Then he turns back to his human form. After that, she gives him two options. Either he can die a devil or live as a human. And my boy Denji asks one question. He says, "Do you have chicken pesto sandwiches at your place?" Makima replies saying, "Yeah, I have chicken pesto sandwiches at my place. I usually eat them with some chips though." Denji's like, "Sheesh, with the chips? I didn't even think about that combo. I'm in." So they hop into her car and Denji knocks out. Man is gassed. Denji reveals to the audience that he has this recurring dream where he's trying to open a door, but he never gets close to opening it as he always wakes up and forgets about the dream he just had.